just can't get rid of a bomb.
Hey everybody, it's Will.
And this is Thomas.
And we're back at the virtual spinner rack this week for more fun and adventures in comics.
This was actually a fun and adventureful read. It was a damn good read.
Yeah. And there's my copy.
Yeah.
This book, when it came out, was 75 cents.
1981, baby.
1980, the great 80s. And
81.
Yeah, it's still in the 80s though.
Okay.
That's when my girlfriend was born, the year this came out.
Good Lord. Be robbing the cradle.
Whoa. Easy with that stuff. Yeah. And my mind just went, I should drink some more coffee. So I did not get anything in this week, even though I kept looking. Every time there was a key in the mailbox, I would run out there, but it was a package for her like yesterday. So I was like,
or a bill or something.
Oh, I still get the bills, yeah. But I was highly disappointed in the no comic book package.
Well, I got a few things. Nothing. Well, I don't say nothing like to write home about and stuff, but like I don't know. I thought I could write it. My wife actually, my kids actually nearly had a cow because they had an idea what was coming in the mail, and apparently the FedEx man was practicing his field goal kicks because they said it sounded like he threw the bitch from the car or the FedEx vehicle to the front porch when it landed. So they ran outside while I was at work and opened the package and looked at it to make sure my girlfriend wasn't broken.
That's exactly right. Your girlfriend wasn't broken.
Usually, I mean, this one was actually a solid. The last one I ordered, I had to blow it up, but it was fine.
Should I send you a patch kit?
A patch kit. If they're properly inflated, they're good for like 250 psi.
Oh, okay.
Or something.
Well, I weigh 400 pounds, so it's not going to help me though.
So, anyway, I got the Iron Studios Scarlet Witch.
Oh, that's awesome.
The classic Scarlet Witch. It come in 4 pieces. So I don't know if you could see, but there's like a little spike on the bottom of her foot, and then her heel on the back of the boot actually locks into this like chaos form that she's on.
Yeah.
For her to fly. And then this is really cool. Her arms, they were separated, and there's little magnets inside, so you just
those are the best.
Clip, but it's a 110 scale. It was on sale. And then I did that, 4 monthly payments or whatever crap it is. So it wasn't a whole, like a big chunk at one time, but she is freaking awesome.
That's sweet.
And she will never be as well. She was pretty close to being this badass in the damn Doctor Strange 2 movie when she pretty much screwed everybody and almost ripped Xavier's neck right the hell off.
Yeah. Such a magic horse she is.
But at that, I have to read it. I've heard good things. I always order 2 copies, but I got the new Hulk #1.
Yes, there's like, because it's Marvel, there's a billion covers, but I like the creative team on this one. As we know, hashtag I hates the Kates. So that run I didn't even buy.
I quit reading it halfway through. I'm probably just going to bag them and put them up, or they're already bagged. I'm probably just going to put them up and start with this.
Yeah, I think I have 3.5. I have 3 long boxes and a short box with nothing but Hulk issues.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So I got those.
Right. I got issues.
I I don't know if I've showed you these before, but Dark Horse has been reprinting these, and they're stupid cheap.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
Uh,
were telling me about these. I was like,
they're like
oh,
$20
yep,
for one, and there's six issues in each one. So this is Vault of Horror Volume 3, but I've been picking them up slowly, and it's all they're printed magazine size, so I guess original size
yep.
because these are Golden Age books. This is EC Archives Vault of Horror 3 collects Vault of Horror 24 through 29. Um, just absolutely great stuff. Yeah, Ghastly, bunch of old, Marvel guys, some DC guys
Hmm.
that left. Great stuff. This actually come in early. I was shocked it come in now because I pre-ordered it. We did speak about it, I think, like 2 weeks ago. But the Alter Ego Collector's Item Classic.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby, and Stan Lee issue, plus extra never before seen stuff. And it's freaking full of
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
And,
That's a big boy.
yep, that's right. I almost forgot.
The Beetle.
Blue Beetle, yeah, Jack. Steve Ditko revamped the Beetle.
Yep.
Oh, I have one of these. I have one of these. That is an awesome issue.
Mysterious suspense.
Yep, that's the origin of the question.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like origin of the question, first appearance of the question, everything that could happen at one time. But yeah, it's a big old honking book. Now the thing that's funny is I pre-ordered this next book months ago, and it come in, and it says it's a gallery edition. So I'm not really sure what makes it so special to be a gallery edition, but it is like gigantic.
Oh, it's a gallery edition because it was made for little kids. That's why it's like huge.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But this is, of course, Spider-Man Blue.
Yes. Very nice. I have Spider-Man Blue. Mine is signed by Tim Sale.
Yeah, I don't think I have all the single issues, and I sure don't have one signed by Sale. But it's got backup, it's sketch gallery and all this. But it's the whole thing. I don't think I've ever read it. So it's on my to read list.
Yes. It's I don't care what size they make them in. Stuff like that, when it comes out in hardcover, is a must have because it's a classic and you're probably gonna read it like a half dozen times and go back and look at the art because Tim was so awesome.
Yeah, I've got the Hulk one. I've read a couple times, and the damn Daredevil Yellow I've even read a couple times.
Yeah, I've got all three of those, all signed by Tim. He was one of the guys that got together with David Mack, and the year they had to cancel Boston Comic Con before it became Fan Fest.
Yeah,
was when they had. Everybody was out hunting for those two scumbags that blew up the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
So it got canceled, and not most everybody just hopped back on a plane and went back home. Some of them got as far as the hotel, had a few drinks and a decent meal, and then they just left. I was sad that George Perez, his wife booked him like a return flight, like right away.
Yeah.
And went back, but that was like at the beginning, when he started getting like really bad with stage 4.
Yeah.
But David Mack and a bunch of other people wanted to show some love to the Boston Comic Con fans and stand up with the whole Boston Strong thing. David Mack, Tim Sale, Um, Tim Seeley, and a few other people, and a bunch of other people. They all like did different stores around the Boston area, and they stayed for the whole weekend. They went from Rhode Island all the way up to New Hampshire,
Oh, sweet.
and showed up. Um, nobody was,
Still on the list, but I
everybody
can't
was
tell.
signing anything you wanted for free. Tim Sale would sign as many books as you brought him, but he was doing
Thomas.
a remark, but just for one book.
I know.
So you couldn't show up like I had a stack of books. He goes, it's just one book. I go, oh, he goes, oh, I'm going to sign them all, but you pick one book and I'll do a remark inside the cover for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I've got an original head sculpt remark of the Hulk inside the Hulk Gray book, and then he signed the other two for me. My friend Chris brought up the Superman miniseries that he did.
Oh,
and
yeah. Man for All Seasons.
He brought up Man for All Seasons in the hardcover. So he got like a Superman, bust on the inside of his and got his signed, wicked nice. And David Mack did a thing where like he had a bunch of stuff. You'd have to buy anything off. He'd talk to you. An awesome dude to just talk to at a convention. One of the nicest guys you'll meet in the industry. But if you bought anything that he had, because he had everything he brought with him to the show, like prints and books and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I bought like 3 prints. One for the comic shop that he turned around and put up for sale like a month after I gave it to him. And the 2 that I kept, I'm not sure where they are now. And I brought up some of my favorite covers he did for Daredevil, and that
He did some awesome covers for DD.
I brought up my first print number 1 of Kabuki. I brought up my one of my Kabuki figures, and he signed everything. But because I bought stuff, he turned around and grabbed. He did a book called Reflections about Kabuki. It was like the art and stories about how the book came to being and everything.
Yeah.
He signed one of those, gave it to me for free. So it's like if you bought anything, if you spent like $10 on stuff from his table, he was giving you like $30 worth of stuff.
Oh, sweet.
So he's cool like that, because prints really don't cost you a lot of money to make.
No.
Even if you get them done on good paper, like heavy stock or something, yeah. But now for the there's a piss off moment about to come up, and another moment coming up, which is a congratulatory moment. And this is for the Ripperverse, Eric July, who is currently at San Diego running panels. And congratulations on this. So far, he's just from this campaign. So for issue 2 of Isom, 29,000 books sold.
Oh, sweet.
And some of those were donated. There's a tier that you can buy 2 copies of the book. One will get donated, and one will go to you. And the donation books, because this is it's a superhero comic, but it's an all ages thing. It's not.
So they go to schools.
I wish. They're going to a nonprofit called Comics for Kids.
Yeah.
So they send these like all over the place to kids in like the cancer wards in the children's hospitals and all kinds of stuff like that. So I thought that was cool. I couldn't afford to do it because each book, like one book with shipping, is about $65.
Whoa.
The books are like $40 a piece. They're like over 100 pages, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I ain't get that kind of money. Not anymore. And the thing that pissed me off, here we go. X-Men changes Nightcrawler's origin story forever.
When?
It's San Diego. It's like day one of San Diego Comic-Con, so there's like a ton of crap coming out.
So they retcon his damn origin story?
Everything. X-Men changes Nightcrawler's origin forever as he becomes the new Spider-Man, because everybody gets spider powers. It's like going to a episode of Oprah. Everyone gets spider powers.
He's always had spider powers, though, but yeah.
Technically, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, he's different, but yes, he's pretty much always had spider powers. So I don't understand why the hell they had to change his damn origin, though.
Oh, because, they got to make it woke. The X-Men's lovable fuzzy elf Nightcrawler is discovering his secret origin as Marvel rebrands the teleporting mutant as the Uncanny Spider-Man. As the Hellfire Gala nears, fans know the X-Men are about to be defeated like never before. Fall of X will shatter mutant kind, scattering its beloved heroes across the world. That means the new status quo for many and a new code name for Kurt Wagner. Announced at San Diego Comic-Con, the upcoming one-shot X-Men Blue Origins #1 from Cy Spurrier and Wilton Santos will dig into Nightcrawler's past as he and his biological mother, Mystique, learn hard truths about their connection. Enjoy the cover rendering here from Francis Manpaul. In this getup, he looks more like Spider Panther. But I am so sick of all the everybody gets spider powers. The trans girl cripple shoots webs out of her crutches. Come on. And this is one you can't miss. Oh, watch me. Of course, they got to throw Stan's True Believer in there. You think you know how the beloved Blue Devil came into this troubled world? You think you know the tale of his metanacious mama, Mystique? You don't. Mother and son reunite in a mold-shattering tale that exposes secrets held for decades and redefines both characters forever. A collector's item in the making. Because they threw that in there, my personal opinion is, they're already calling it a future collector's item, so I'm calling this rubbish. And, the story goes on, but I saw this and, man, that just pissed me off.
I don't get it. I mean, it's like I said, he's always had spider powers. I mean, hell, he could even pretend to be Spider-Man, but it's not, I don't know.
If that's the case, then pretty much half the Marvel universe should just all call themselves Spider-Man and go at it. Because
yeah, the only thing I can say is thank God Marvel hasn't quite gotten as bad as DC, because at least they do publish multiple books that are not Spider-Man books, unlike the 27 Batman books that get published every month at DC.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because it's Batman, and no matter how bad they are, they know they're still going to sell a bunch of Batman off the racks.
Yeah.
The same thing Marvel Disney was doing when after the first Avengers movie came out. There were like a dozen Avengers comics.
Yeah, I remember at least like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were like 3 main ones, and then they had the Avengers Assemble, which is the take on the movie lineup, and then they had the cartoon come out, same name. So then there was one that followed the cartoon that was more kiddie and stuff, and think like 2 or 3 others, and I think one or two. There was like 1 or 2 like miniseries going on at the time too.
Yeah. Actually, now there is one that I am looking forward to that is a new Avengers comic. While we're talking about it, you brought it up. You did hear about the new Avengers Incorporated. I did think of Batman Incorporated.
Yeah, that's what I just thought of.
But they're doing a new Avengers Incorporated, which is Janet's going to be kind of running it. And but it's the thing is it's by Ewing and Leonard Kirk.
Oh,
so I mean that to me almost just like tops it up to let's read this crap right now. But and Janet is badass. Just like when we get into the actual comic we're reading here, you can see the early badassery of Sue Storm.
Yep.
And now you trans forward to today, and some of the Storm books, well, not, but some of the stuff with Sue in it. She's possibly the most powerful of the FF people.
Oh yeah, well, she's one of the most powerful heroes in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, now, but I mean that's the whole thing. Back then, she's I mean, we'll talk about it in a minute, but back then it's like, no, she's not. She's not. She's just a little bit. It's like Kitty, dude. Kitty's freaking badass in here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like that last issue of X-Men prior to this that we read, the Christmas special there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's badass, but still wants to play dress up.
Yes.
You guys don't know fashion.
Yeah, not at all. You have no taste.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I read, and I've read a lot of FF. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
Everyone that watches the podcast knows that. Blah 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 blah. The more I read, the more I love Ben. I mean, Ben is like it's almost like my damn spirit animal, but it's just like that's it. He's awesome.
That's crazy. Uh-oh. What happened?
You just like put
disappeared. Oh, yeah, it was StreamYard was telling me that I signed out, and I'm like, what do you mean I signed out? So I panicked and I hit the button. It wasn't for StreamYard, it was for Grammarly.
Oh.
It was trying to correct
Grammarly.
Yeah, I copied the code for the Nightcrawler story and put it in the chat, and I'm like, what happened? It was trying to correct all this like coding stuff that they put on it. So, it looked at that and said, oh, that's wrong. It is on so many levels.
Damn it. I'll show you this right quick while we got it. Stop that one. Share this one. Da-da-da. There you go. You can bring that up. That's the one what I was talking about. Yeah. I don't see that. Avengers Wash leads a new team. Ewing and Kirk launches September during the team's milestone anniversary. Avengers Inc. Ewing and Leonard Kirk, known for Marvel's Loki, Agent of Asgard, blending Northern superheroes offensively, unlike any Avengers in history, with acclaimed work and dynamic comic book titles, The X Factor and recent horror films. Sabretooth, Kirk is a perfect artist. Together, where is it? Kicks off the deadly. Yeah. Ewing and Kirk introduce readers to a whole new style of avenging. It kicks off a deadly conspiracy rooted in the ghost of Avengers past that only a founding Avenger, Wasp, can solve. She won't be alone. She finds a new partner in Victor Shade, former alias of Vision, mysteriously resurfaces just as Janet discovers a score of supervillain murders. Will he guide the Wasp to the truth, or his familiar guys hiding in the very clues Janet needs to track the case? And then that's the cover. So it sounds pretty cool. That's a cover by Daniel Acuna.
What's funny is this cover looks like the Avengers, not the comic book, the BBC
Avengers,
TV,
the TV show.
the TV show.
Yeah.
That was probably done on purpose.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it looks like from all these chalk lines that they killed everybody that belonged to Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Dang it.
Turns out it actually was impossible.
All right, ready?
Ready. Let's jump into this. King Size Annual X-Men number 5.
Yep.
Ooh la la, Badoon.
Yeah. Co-starred the Fantastic Four. Now, the thing is this 81, I don't say how busy he was, but, we had Byrne drawing the regular title and Austin inking it at this time. And they get in Brett Anderson, who I guess is the guest penciler, and Bob McLeod, which McLeod is awesome. I mean, his run on Iron Man is incredible.
Yeah, he's very good.
So this actually looks a lot like Byrne to me. That kind of that whole family there, it looks really good. But this is probably my favorite time period for like Marvel art. It's the house style is so good.
Yeah, and like if I could only pick one era of FF to read, it would definitely be the Byrne years.
Oh, they're so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they're and I mean some of the issues are just fun. They're I don't say humorous and laugh and serious and all that, but I mean, yes, they're if you had to one, but I mean, I'd still the Kirby and the Lee stuff is just absolutely amazing. But so yeah, it's the issues opens. We got Claremont's writer, Anderson's the penciler, McLeod's our inker, Orshowski is the letterer, Glenn Wynn's the colorist, Luis Jones is the editor, and of course Jim Shooter was their EIC.
Yeah, I think that was Louise. I think that was Louise Simonson's maiden name.
Yes, I believe it is. Yes. And I know we talked about this before, but she was also, she was the model for the cover
Red Sonja.
Red Sonja and the House of Secrets, 97. She's the woman on the cover.
Nice.
But yeah, so ooh la la, and the story opens in the Baxter building, and you can see here's a thing holding something, and Reed's working. He's stretching all over the place working. And then Johnny's just there making freaking little flame crap in the sky when
he's doing flame art of the thing's head with an arrow through it.
Yeah. when Sue comes in and she just starts screaming. She's like, Ben, did I not tell you to send you to tell Reed and Johnny that dinner was ready? And he's like, hi, hiya there, sis. Reed said he needed a hand. And, Reed's just still not listening. And this is where I'm talking about. She's so powerful, and yet they draw her like this in the 80s. Reed Richards, how could you? I spent all afternoon slaving in the kitchen, preparing a meal with my own hands instead of letting the house computer do it. And now everything's ruined.
So is this where they got the phrase Little Susie Homemaker from?
I don't know.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend? I do love Ben's Reed, you listening? Because if you ain't, you better catch the next plane to Outer Mongolia. Listen to what? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in trouble. We'll be done here soon. And then she's like, fine. Just live off junk food and pizza. Can I order it? And then Ben's got the damn nerve to go, yeah, do you mind ordering a couple dozen pies? I'm really hungry. And
this whatchamacallit is pretty heavy, so
yeah,
I've worked up an appetite.
Yeah, but the thing is, all right, if you don't know, Ben's Jewish, so she says gets mad. She says, "Order them yourself, you Philistine," and walks away.
Well, could have been worse. Could have called him
Yeah,
a
it
coward.
could have been a lot worse. And now we get to see young Franklin, actual comic book characters that have grown up over the years. Because she
And become the most powerful character in the entire universe.
yeah, until they take his powers away. I don't know if
Yeah.
they've given them back yet, but yeah. So yeah, there he is. Mommy, come quick! The red light's flashing on Daddy's big radio. So they go and they listen, and Sue goes in, and it's like on the corner of Madison Avenue and 58th Street, an unidentified woman is on foot with a gun and some sort of laser. So Sue's like, "Hey, this is serious. There's nobody nearby, so we can't ignore it. I'll tell Reed." And then you just see just a little bit of blue. Tell Reed what? And he startles her. Reed, every time you use your stretching powers to sneak up on me, you scare me. I'm sorry. Evidently, my day to say I'm sorry. I seemed so upset when you left the lab. I wanted to find you as fast as possible, so stretching was the most efficient way. So basically, he just went everywhere in the Baxter building at one time.
Yeah, trying to find her.
Yeah, and he's there. So,
and I thought this was old Chucky Boy's interplanetary squeeze there, and it wasn't. It was just an officer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just her. Yeah.
A scout.
Yeah. So Reed's like, "Hey, it may be nothing, but it's so close. We'll go ahead and we'll just check it out. And Reed is so cool. We'll check it out. If it's nothing bad, we'll just let the police handle it and go back. If it is, we're there." I mean, I don't know. I really like the FF. So they all head out. They leave Franklin there. Damn robots are going to watch him and everything. And yeah, so as they head out, Storm takes off before them, and they get in the Fantastic car and come on. And Johnny sees this, which you thought was this Shiara princess. It's not. Mm-hmm. It's a scout. And of course, she's like shooting at people, and they're like, "Oh God, whatever." But you can see these laser blasts that are coming at her, and we find out that they are hunters following her. These are the Badoon hunters. And she's being chased by them, but everybody doesn't see the fact that the monsters are after her because they are in an aura of invisibility. And there's a little like a scope on her gun that allows her to see them. Mm-hmm. For the scanner on my weapon, lets her see it. So she, she's trying to take a couple out, and she says she would have already done it if they weren't invisible. But Johnny gets caught up to her, and he tries to stop her. And she says, it's a Terran super being. He can't see the hunters, and he thinks I'm the threat. So the FF gets there, and he tells them, yeah, the police report was right. There is an uniformed woman shooting up the neighborhood with a high energy beam. So she hasn't killed anybody. We'll stop her. And of course, we see the hunters are drawn in this blue. He's like, they identify themselves as they had recognized the FF as the ally of the accursed Silver Surfer. So they use them to actually trick the woman into attacking the FF. And when they do, they in turn manage to actually, hurt her. When Reed renders her unconscious, they actually kill her. So she shoots Ben, and Reed gets her there. And you're said enough, female. She does actually say, "Listen, there's little time." And then this is our thing here: Archon, Badoon, threaten, Lalandra, danger. Must find and tell Xavier. She goes to pass out. When she does pass out, the Badoon attack her and kill her. And then they just turn on the FF.
Yeah.
But what's cool is Sue actually manages to throw up a defensive force field. And then when she sees it, she actually falls on the ground and looks through the gun, and she can see the creatures. My field held, but I can't handle much more. I could see them. They're horrible.
These ugly mudsuckers.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn invisible and take this gun with me.
Yeah. Well, she knows that. So they know that she's still conscious.
Yeah.
She's pretending, so they can't take her with her because they can't get to her because she's in the force field. But the rest of the FF are knocked the hell out. So they take them, and of course, Sue stands up, and this dude, I guess Jim, not Jim here, but whoever this new dude is, not Jim, is just been on the force like 2 days and only moved in New York because he doesn't recognize her as frickin' Sue Storm immediately. Everybody in damn New York should know who the hell the FF are.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a big ass blue uniform on, a unitard that has a 4 on it, and she's blonde, and she's a girl. She's the only female on it. Yeah.
And she's got headlights that should be on an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, Jim. They were 3 other people in the street, and they just vanished. This woman looks dead, and the lady with the gun freeze, and she's like, "I'm Susan Richards, officer of the Fantastic Four. Don't cut me no ice. That don't cut no ice with me, honey." Cripes, she disappeared too. Yeah, that's a really good picture too, by the way. I'm not in the mood to argue. She just disappears and leaves.
So was there anything funny written, spray painted on the trash receptacle there in the alley?
Raul 189, Squid something, Smiley Vince Jr., and looks like Lee. Did you see something I didn't?
No, I was just asking because I see it on the big screen. I'm like, oh, I didn't bother to stop at that panel to see if there's anything funny written there.
Yeah, Squid 895, Raul 189. That's maybe Junior, and then Lee, and then Smiley Venza.
Well, Lee could be obviously a Stan Lee reference.
Yeah, it's LEI though, but yeah.
18189 is police code for dead cop.
Is it?
And the only reason I know that is from listening to Public Enemy. I almost called them Public Enema again.
Oh my God.
Public Enemy. Because they had a song, and part of the rap lyrics were 189 on a MF cop.
Oh Lord.
Yep. That was the song they weren't supposed to play anywhere.
Yeah.
And early in their career, and they turned around and played it, and they all had to run for cover because like 200 New York City cops all rushed the stage to grab them.
Damn it. So Sue gets upset when the cop tries to start some crap and leaves. And she's like, "There's too many questions here, but I know where to go." Because she heard the lady say, "Find Xavier." So she heads off. And then now our flashes forward. Dude, do you remember what issues this takes place in? Because it doesn't say.
It's probably, just it's a one-hit wonder that doesn't cross over into their own books. It was probably the annual, a lot of the annuals were just one shots, and they started incorporating them into like story arcs. So trying to force you to buy the annuals, and people were still like, "Nah, I don't care about that."
Yeah, I don't know. So now we flash forward. We see the X-Men, Kitty Pryde, Colossus, Wolverine, in the brown suit, all fighting with another place, another time, and screams of dying maids. And then we see
alongside Archon. Yep.
And they're fighting the Badooms. The X-Men stand shoulder to shoulder with foe turned friend Archon, and they're fighting at the top of the mile-high tower in Archon's capital. Slowly, the aliens have forced them backwards up the stairs until they can no more. This is where they fight to win, and then or die. And you see Storm wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
I did like reading this because we did recently read that other X-Men book.
Yeah.
The fact that Storm has the damn flowers and the plants in her apartment.
Yeah.
And it's just a constant thing. They always show it. It's nice.
So since who she saw in her dream, now that we know that was a dream,
Yeah.
could this be considered the return of the Archons? Well, Star Trek humor.
Damn it. It could be. It's a good episode. And the blood-eyed, so goddess, what is happening to me? These nightmares, what do they mean? But at least the X-Men mansion is cool enough that they got a big kitchen with a table that she can go downstairs and make a damn cup of coffee and sit there and like ponder whatever her dreams mean.
Mm-hmm.
But of course she hears a sound and there it is. Someone's on the porch. I'll generate a gust of wind to blow open the back door. And once she did, and sweep our visitors inside, Sue Storm comes in and she's holding Franklin. It's all right, darling. Don't be frightened. We're safe now. I'm Susan Richards. Please help us. And she drops the gun.
Luckily, it did not go off.
Yeah. What's cool is, so this is, I remember this McPhee chick, not McTaggart, Minora McTaggart, but I do not remember her that well.
Moira?
Yeah.
Moira McTaggart?
Yeah.
She ends up, she's really tight with Banshee, and she's a scientist like Professor X, and she's in like latest stories that are like really like phenomenal.
Really?
That and Chris Claremont didn't even write those, so I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, she was also in the like in episode 2 of the animated series too.
Yeah, that may be where I remember from, because it's when I was younger, I started reading X-Men around 200. So
yeah, she was prevalent in stories like with Magneto when he was doing the Acolytes and the original Asteroid M and all kinds of stuff like that.
All right, a little bit before that, yeah. So anyway, so Storm, when Sue shows up, passes out, Storm wakes everybody up, and they all kind of wait for her. It's kind of cool that, Colossus and Kitty are playing with Franklin, trying to keep him occupied. And Moira checks out Sue there, and he's like, she's all right. She collapsed from fatigue and emotional stress. So she just had a really rough day. Maybe it happens to all of us. And Xavier's like, hey, what can we do? And quickly, Sue tells him what's happened. There's a woman that called herself Shi'ar. Her last words were the, Archon, blah, 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 find Xavier. That's why I come to you. And when she says that, Storm's like, Archon? And she realizes her dreams, can't be a coincidence that this is here. And of course, then there's Charles going, Lilandra, the woman I love, ruler of a galaxy-spanning empire, threatened in danger. Dude, I don't want to sound terrible. If you're in love with a woman and she's in love with you and she's the ruler of a galaxy-spanning empire, get your ass off to Earth. Go somewhere else.
and she has stuff that will let you walk again.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Yeah.
Speaking as a dude in a wheelchair, I would be so gone.
God.
I mean, I know it's going to be off-putting because apparently every single woman in her empire all have the exact same hairdo. It's like a Jane Jetson thing, I guess.
Jane Jetson. Damn it. So once they hear that, Storm actually goes ahead and she's like, hey, I got to tell you all my nightmares. When she's finished, Cyclops actually has the ray gun he's been examining. He's like, all this is kind of fitting together. This is a little too comfortable. This is a Shi'ar blaster. All of this is making sense. So this is where Xavier is constantly teaching. So you're the senior member of the X-Men, Cyclops. What is your assessment of the situation? Obviously, there's trouble. The Badoon apparently threatened both Archon and Lilandra. We're friends of both. I don't see we have any choice. We have to go to their aid. So he throws that there. And, of course, they're like, hey, we're going to go to our aid. And Sue says, hey, I'm coming with you. It's my husband, my brother, and my friend. They're prisoners. So we're gonna go free them or avenge them. And Kitty is like just so excited. Hey, can I go now? I'm an X-Men, So they fight a little bit, but finally everybody agrees to let her go. And she's like, cool, I'll go put on my new costume. It's better than the last one. I don't remember this, but so I suggest the rest of you follow suit. Be here in 15 minutes. And so everyone's ready. Where's Kitty? Where do you think, Psych? She wishes to surprise us again. Here I am.
Again. And that panel just describes Daddy, close your eyes. I'll be right back. Our 12-year-old daughter is coming in to surprise us with something that they designed.
Yeah. What do you think? Isn't it wonderful? I love Nightcrawler's like, it's certainly a surprise. So, yeah, it's admirable effort. But I believe your regular uniform will be a little bit more appropriate. It's not quite as damn bright.
Who bedazzles their ballerina gear? Come on.
Yeah. You people have absolutely no taste. Yeah.
It's just like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Damn it. Even y'all have like way too much color anyway. Reed only had like two types of thread, blue and white and black, or yeah, that's it. So yeah, so he wants to, she talks about the Avengers, and we find out that Jarvis actually, he answers the phone at Avengers Mansion. Oh, they're out of town. Would you like me to leave a message? No, not right now. Okay, we're going. So they head out. Dude, why do I have to throw lightning bolts and shit to like transport to another galaxy?
So these were left over the last time they fought alongside Archon, and they'll transport him back to his world, or his dimension rather. And I'm looking at it and go, so Archon's backstory is he was either one of the illegitimate children of Zeus, or the guest penciler had just finished working on an issue of Green Lantern. He goes, we'll just use those Quartian thunderbolts to from the Weaponeers to transport him.
Yeah.
No one will figure that out.
Yeah. So it takes 3 of them, I guess. So these bolts. Goodbye, Franklin. We'll be back soon with Daddy. Until then, be a good boy. And you're gonna leave your child, possibly the most powerful being in the universe, with Charles Xavier. Just think about it a minute.
There could be no ramifications whatsoever.
No. So
he probably put a wall in his mind to stop him from getting powerful. But what I thought was funny when Moira brings in Sue into the living room when all the X-Men are just waiting to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
The most childlike member of this current team back in the day was Piotr.
Yes.
And he just happens to be sitting on the floor playing airplanes with Franklin.
Yeah, him and
which I
Kitty
thought was
both
funny.
were.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I go, that's a little like extra tidbit thing that, Claremont would just like throw in here and there.
But it rounds out the characters. I mean, and that shows how
it gives him a bigger sect of the realism about his character development.
Yes.
Through the whole run that he did.
Oh, yeah. So they transport, and now we go to the Sundered Realm. And, of course, we've arrived. And then they see that the whole damn palace and everything is in ruins. And then, sacred rings of fire. My plan was successful. Greetings, X-Men. Never have your presence been more welcome and your power so sorely needed. This is Shasta, however you want to say it.
Shasta, like
Shasta.
the soda.
Shasta,
soda.
like the soda. Okay.
They both look yummy.
Yeah. She's apprenticed to Archon's Grand Vizier and a friend. How are you? What happened? And then she finds out, hey, forgive me, I sent the dreams to you, or, Storm. We've been invaded and conquered. Our valiant Empyrean Archon was taken prisoner by the Brotherhood of Badoon. Conquered, but yours is a race of warriors. I wouldn't have thought such a thing is possible. And of course, Sue's, what about the Fantastic Four? Please, the Badoon captured my husband. And she's like, I don't know anything about it. So we find out that after Archon brought peace to the world, he brought peace to the world, united the tribes, and everything was going hunky-dory. No more war. Everybody was just relaxing when the Badoon attacked them all at one time and took them by surprise and destroyed the cities. They're pretty much all in Badoon hands.
And nowhere but a show called OK Boomer would you hear the phrase hunky dory.
Damn it. Did I say that?
Yes. It was all hunky dory.
God.
I'm just having backflashes of Christopher Reeve saying swell.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I said it, but there it was. Damn it. I do like, so
such a boomer.
Remember we were talking about the other X-Men issue again, where Wolverine can be just a complete ass.
Yeah.
So now we find out Shasta's like, Storm is revered as a goddess among our people. Archon is our Empyrean. If the X-Men could liberate him, then he and Oreo could rouse the civil populace in a planet-wide revolt that would overwhelm the Badoon. Just like that, darling. Not a hope. She's like, oh my God. And Storm is obviously upset. As ever, Logan, you are the soul of tact.
It's almost like he modeled this version of Wolverine after me.
Yeah. What's funny though here is Wolverine kind of like, I don't say he doesn't throw shade at Cyclops, but it's kind of a compliment. He's like, I'm a realist, Storm. So Cyclops, only he's too polite to tell you, face it, the odds stink.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's not an insult at all. I mean, to me, he's giving Cyclops, props, but he's also saying he will be nice about stuff, and I'm not going to. So we discover the Badoon have a city captured, and then outside of the city, they have a Stargate that they're using to transport in supplies and all their other people. And that's where their reinforcements are coming from also. I guess it's their damn home world. So they're like, what do we do? And oh yeah, here at the bottom is there is no admittance to the Citadel. Admittance is forbidden to all male humans, but females, the more beautiful the better, are welcome. Damn, these Badoon guys may not be so bad after all. Mm-hmm. But then this is kind of crappy, but it happens. Some traders entered voluntarily. Far more were taken forcibly in raids. None have been seen since.
The Citadel looks a lot like the city in the third Lord of the Rings movie.
Lord of the Rings? Damn it. So thanks, Sasha. You have a plan? A bare bones of one, Storm. You and Mrs. Richards will infiltrate the Citadel and rescue Archon and the FF. Kitty, Colossus, and I will be your backup in case of trouble. We'll also cover your escape. Shasta and Nightcrawler and Wolverine are to put the Stargate out of commission permanently. That should deny them any immediate reinforcements. And Nightcrawler's like, hey, I like a challenge as much as anyone, but this is a little ridiculous. It's suicide. I have no other option, Wolverine. The longer we wait, the stronger the Badoon become. We can strike hard and fast. We can cripple them and isolate their garrison. Then Shasta's revolt might become feeble. Who knows? It might even succeed. So the palace is bombed. I can still find proper attire for you both. Do you think, and Sue's like, do you really think of our chances? They could be better. Do you want to call it quits? And she just like screamed at him, no, whatever happens, I'll stay to the end. So shall we. And now we get back to the art is really good in this issue. I mean, it's really, really good. I mean, just perfect 80s art. But yeah.
Yeah, and they're breaking it up into like almost like a chapter book.
Yeah.
Like they used to do back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be 3 chapters of the story.
Yep.
Basically to make you think the book is longer than it is, but it's still a cool touch.
Oh yeah. So Armageddon. Now we find out this is the Badoon commander, whatever his name was. I can't remember now. But he finds out for years we have observed your world. Your science and technology is primitive, but the Earth seems possessed with an incredible number of creatures such as yourself with enhanced physical abilities. This is not good. You will tell us all we require about the super beings, Reed Richards, that we may most efficiently exterminate them. And of course, Reed's being the one tortured, and Johnny's the one that's going to mouth off. Reed won't betray the Earth. Torture us all you want. Damn it. We shall see. And then he throws the damn switch.
Yeah.
Don't you love it? It's always the ones that aren't being tortured. They're like, torture all you want. We'll be fine. No. Settle up. Yeah. So now here comes Sue and Storm, who's coming up. This is actually kind of cool, too. Mm-hmm. So there's a little talk here, and he says, Storm asks Sue, she's like, hey, you're trembling. Are you well? And she says, no, I'm just frightened. After all the adventures and everybody we fought, sometimes I take it, for granted, and, she's just scared. And she tells Storm, I envy your courage, your composure. We even share the same name. And then that kind of got me a little bit right here. It would have been nice if they would have drawn like a scream sound or emoji, because she startled. She says, that scream, it's Reed. So he screams. They're there at the same time, and Storm stops her. Let me go. He's in agony. What are those monsters doing to him? It doesn't matter. Compose yourself. If we act hastily, it will only destroy us and your loved ones. Is that what you want? And she's like, no. So they get their act together and head toward the damn citadel. And of course, the Badoon actually come up and catch her, and they're like, hey, who are you? And it's like, oh, we've been summoned by the brother royal. We are to provide entertainment. Are you indeed? We must make sure you carry no weapons. Search them. And they pull off their cloaks,
and then we get eye candy.
Yep, exactly. She found some clothing for the girls. Are you satisfied, warrior? You may proceed. And Sue's whispered, they touch me like that again, I've never felt something so repulsive. Alert the brother royal that 2 more mammals have arrived for us. Pray, brother, that when he is finished with them, they will still be capable of entertaining us. Damn.
Well, I know what that means.
Exactly.
All those years working in the strip club.
And they just, they casually just throw this in the book, as an 81, halfway across the continent. They show up, and the damn Stargate is huge, man. It's gigantic. It's
like a Curtis Mathis TV of a Stargate.
It's something. Yeah, I thought Stargate, like on the damn show, it's like 12 foot by 12 foot. You maybe take a car through it. No, This sucker's huge. You could drive a damn battleship through it. But there it is, the Stargate. It links with a staggering complex on a world in your dimension, according to Pathfinder. The gate was given to Baboon by traders among the Shi'ar. So the damn Shi'ar are working with the Badoon to let them conquer this planet and then in turn conquer Earth. Once Earth has been seized, those same traitors will execute a coup d'etat against Lalandra. So everything is connected. And
This is one shady ass book.
yes, it is.
Did she get mad at Chuck for something?
No.
I'm just gonna give our enemy and yours that wants to destroy everybody on your planet and take it over this giant teleportation device.
Yeah, the traitors anyway.
That
Yeah.
they could fly a Death Star through. Quite literally. Well, okay, not the full Death Star, but the half under construction Death Star.
The half under construction Death Star. Damn it. All right, so now that they've seen it all, Wolverine's like, cute. Now, open country. How do we approach it? And we find out that it's so far away, because where they're at, that even Nightcrawler can't just teleport to it. He has to make like 3 jumps. And he says a couple or 3 to cover the distance. And then Shasta's like, hey, I'm going to use an illusion spell. We'll make myself and Wolverine appear as the Badoon. You know,
But you still got a port.
Yeah, you still got a port. The spell's not strong enough for that. And then now we get this little talk here, which I was like, really? Come on, man. Nightcrawler actually talks to Wolverine for a little bit about killing people and wants to tell him how, no, we got to be better than them and we can't kill people. We're superheroes. We've got to be better than the best. So we don't kill anybody. So don't pop your claws and kill people. And Wolverine's like, hey, it comes with the territory. It can't be avoided. He says, I understand. But you need to understand that if you kill somebody, even the bad guys, even monsters, it's not something to be treated lightly. And Wolverine's like, hey, hey, I'm too old to change. Yeah, because you're like 197 years old. Perhaps, but you are too honorable a man to at least try. So he's going to try not to kill anybody. He doesn't try too hard, thank God. But he's going to try not to kill anybody, and they head off. And the guy that's there with the army is like, madness. What qualities would make Wolverine a hero in our world make him an outcast in yours? It's a shame. It's a tragic waste.
He's like, would you like to sign a 10-year contract with the army here?
Yeah, you kill everybody you want.
We wouldn't have to go to war anymore. We'd just send you.
Exactly. Like, we kill more people before 6 a.m. than most countries do in a day. Oh, God. So they head off to the damn the transporter, Stargate. Meanwhile, you have a most attractive features for mammals. Please me, and you shall live and be well cared for. The alternative is a price too displeasing and too terrible to contemplate, as this stubborn fool is discovering. So while he's like, fondling Sue, he just casually
Reed is writhing in agony.
Yeah, and he casually throws a damn picture up there.
Yeah, it's like Reed's getting a prostate check without lube.
So she sees Reed being tortured. Reed, what? This Earther guard sees them. And, she sees this honkus. She just like knocks the shit out of him with her force field. This is my husband. If you harmed him, by all I hold holy. And she just freaking throwing force fields everywhere, knocking the crap out of people. And Storm's trying to calm down. Do what?
It's just Sue being Sue. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I know I fouled up everything, Storm, but it's all I could have done. To see Reed, I couldn't bear it anymore. And then Storm conjures a freaking pea soup all over the castle. So now nobody can see them, and they sneak away while outside, dressed in not very hiding clothes. The freaking remaining X-Men, Kitty Pryde, Colossus, and Cyclops show up and attack the front gate.
So as dressed as entertainment, Storm just made it hot and sticky in the Citadel. That's where you get Bob from.
Yes, she did. Oh my God! And of course, when the X-Men attack, they just tear open the damn front door, and of course, everybody knows that they're now.
Yeah.
So, brother Badoon or whatever there says he sends out the monster of Badoon. Everything's got to be a Badoon. So they're heading out. Wow. In the wastelands, Nightcrawler finally freaking shows up and manages to get rid of the other Badoons there.
The guards, yeah.
The guards. When now they're going to try and shut down the damn Stargate. When here comes another Badoon behind them, and Wolverine pops his claws, but before he gets a chance to even do anything, Shasta just throws a damn knife through him. It's already taken care of. Want to bet? Here's the rest of the army.
And Nightcrawler does his acrobatics, grabs the gun. Whoa, Elf, stop!
Yeah, don't shoot, it's us. So, I did like the Flash here. Everything's going at one time.
Yeah, and they got those fishbowl helmets on.
Yeah. So back in the damn Citadel, Storm and Invisible Woman Invisible Girl have managed to sneak away. When they disable the guards, they finally find the FF. And I guess she's throwing like force field bolts at them.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, she's just knocking the hell out of these guys. You know, you're a sight for sore eyes. And here comes Storm. She comes in and just freaking zaps all the damn rings. And Archon's like, Oreo, I'm called Storm.
Ororo.
Yeah, Aurora.
Oreo's a cookie. I know you might want to eat her like a cookie, but
oh my God, I don't know why. We can't do more. We can't do more X-Men comics. Yeah. Keep the guards occupied, Susan, while I free your friends. And Johnny is like damn horn dog that he always is. Much obliged, gorgeous. I am called Stormtorch, and the X-Men have come to rescue you. So she's like having nothing to him.
Follow me if you want to live.
Exactly.
Get to the chopper.
Of course, now that Ben and Johnny have been released, they freaking like just
tearing it up.
Yeah, they're knocking the hell out of them. And
funny that Ben just took a blast from the same gun that knocked him cold on Earth.
Well, no, that was from a Shi'ar gun, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was multiple shots on Earth, but it's one blast there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Reed, can you hear me? Do you understand? Some trick? No, I'm alive. So she saves him, and this is kind of cool. They hug, and I guess Reed is so happy to see her. He hugs her like 27 times.
Yeah, coils up on her, and they're like, Reed, darling, we have company.
Yeah. Of course, Archon freaking falls to the ground, and we discover that they couldn't get him to, break his mind, he says, but they break my body. So he's been put through the ringer.
We couldn't get anything from him, so we took a baseball bat to his knees.
Yes.
Because his legs don't currently work. So
no. Yeah, how touching. I had not realized that an Imperial was capable of giving, much less evoking, such tender sentiments. Behold, mammals, the Badoon hunters, the fiercest warriors in creation. Beg not for mercy. It's too late for that, because the order of the day is kill. And they head off. This is kind of cool. Cyclops has got them in the hallway, and only so many of the damn Badoons can attack them at one time. And Colossus is just knocking the hell out of all of them. And the Cyclops is zapping certain ones, while Kitty's just like strolling along. Nothing hurts me.
Strolling along, singing a song, and staying phased the entire time.
Yes.
This is what your training has come to.
Yes.
You need to stay like that, so
you don't get hurt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. With Sudley on cue, here's the monster of the Badoon, which grabs damn Cyclops and just slings his ass through the wall. Colossus.
Colossus, yeah.
Yeah, Colossus.
I do that all the time.
Colossus is out of action, so Cyclops just opens fire on him. But now, see, here's the thing. He says, I may be joining if my optic blasts are on full power and I'm not affecting it. Dude, I remember reading in the Marvel handbook back in the day, they were talking about his optic blast was strong enough to like punch through like 3 foot of steel. So this creature is like incredibly strong for him not to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
then
like
on
tickling
top
him
of
with a
that,
goose feather or something.
yeah. Well, and then what's cool is, so I guess the monster either has powers or turns Cyclops' own power back on him here.
Yeah,
kind of like a bishop.
Kind of like a bishop thing.
Yeah. So he zaps his ass, knocks Cyclops out, and turns his attention to Kitty. But the powers aren't hurting her because she's phased. So she's like, hey, I've got to figure out something to do. So she tricks him to like tearing through the wall. And she's like, oh, that lummox was so eager to get me, he collapsed the entire wall on us both. But my phasing power saved me. And the monster got squished, which we find out he did.
Nope.
But when he gets up and heads toward Kitty, we find out Peter's true feelings. Yeah. Leave her alone. Before the monster, you denied me an opportunity to strike, but now you will learn the true power of Colossus. And he's beating the hell out of him.
And my raging hormones, too.
Yes. He zaps him, and they blow the damn rays from his hand are like jet engines, and he blows them out of the damn side of the building, which is a mile high, and they fall. I don't think they would have left as bigger crater as they say here, because they say it's like half a mile.
That wasn't the Mile High Club I wanted to join.
Exactly. Peter, Kitty's like all upset. Yes, they fall. The two combatants stuck with the force of a meteor, creating a crater almost a half a mile in diameter. I just don't see that. They only fell from like a mile. It would have been a hole, but not a big hole. Yeah. So the poor monster of Badoon doesn't survive the fall, and slowly Colossus gets out, and he is now in freaking berserker mode, which they say would make Wolverine proud. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, back at the damn Stargate, Wolverine is trying not to kill anybody. He's cutting all these damn guns in half. We got any idea to destroy the Stargate? And finally, Kurt realizes, he remembers somebody said that when the gate was in operation, it was easy to be damaged. So when the gate actually comes on and reinforcements are going to start coming through, he opens fire at the gate and it blows up. And of course, when it blows up, that's the symbol that the army of the good guys needed. So the warriors of the Imperium.
So Volstagg is on his way.
Yep. Volstagg is on his way. Damn it.
This was a much snelter Volstagg.
Damn it.
Before he, discovered, Brazilian buffet and stuff.
Cheeseburgers. Brother, yeah. Now this is kind of cool. The guy comes up there and he's like, "Hey, brother Royer, I beg and give grave tidings. The Stargate has been destroyed. Our primary base is sorely pressed. I request immediate aid. What of the humans of this place? We try, are they dealt with? We tried, but their powers were too much for us. Only I escaped. You dare, traitor!" And he shoots him. You bring me damn news of defeat. Thus perish all incompetence. Our situation is serious, but far from critical. The Stargate can be rebuilt so long as our central power unit is intact. We will prevail. So, meanwhile, now that the X-Men and Storm and everyone is all teamed up, they're freaking taking out the Badoon soldiers left and right. And Colossus is just tearing up the damn place because he didn't go in the top of the tower where they were, the bridge up at the top this time. Now he's in the bottom. just like broke through the damn wall. You know, but the thing that's cool is he says when he breaks through the wall, he says the damn soldiers have gotten a lot more. There's a lot more guards, everything. It's a lot more fierce fighting here. So he's doing his best to, keep tearing people up. Dude, that's an awesome panel too. Reed stretching, he's got a damn gun.
Yep.
People. So this is kind of cool too. He says that the battle's been going on for ages, yet none of the Badoon weapons have exhausted their power cell.
Yep.
Can they really have magazines that hold so much energy? And then finally, he's like, nope, just as I expect, these guns aren't independently powered at all. The magazines rely on sophisticated receiver units. They're supplied with energy from an external source, probably over high-intensity broadcast beam. If we neutralize that source, the weapons will become useless. So the main power reactor Brother Badoon was talking about is actually what's providing the energy for the weapons.
Yep, provides the energy for the gate and the weapons.
Yep, and Archon is like, oh yeah, well, it's in the catacombs at the bottom of the damn tower.
Yeah, somebody unplugged that shit.
Yeah, so we've got to get down there, but I don't know, how we'll get down there, and it'll take too much time. And then damn Ben's like, wrong, I'll get us there in a jiffy. I've been watching the Hulk pull stunts like this for years, and anything old Greenskin can do, I can do better. To coin a phrase, it's clobbering time. So he hits like the damn wall. I guess it's a support wall, and crushes the center of the damn building.
You should have checked the blueprints first.
Yeah. So they all fall. Sue puts them in a force field, so they're safe. And Storm actually makes damn wind underneath them to make the fall soft. They get all the way to the bottom, and as soon as they land, they almost land on Colossus, who's just down to his skivvies, and he's beating the hell out of these guys when the holographic image of Brother Royal appears. Mm-hmm. You have won a paralytic victory. I have activated the central power unit self-destruct mechanism. So to stop you from doing this, I'm going to activate the central destruct, which will destroy the planet.
That's not cool.
No.
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Not cool. Well, Reed's like, dude, this is it. It's all the same science. Give me a few minutes. I can look at it. I can fix it. And he tells, I guess when these two, they look like little tuning forks come together, it's going to blow up. So he tells Colossus and the Thing to keep them separated, and tells Storm to actually keep the place cool while he looks for a way to actually stop this from happening. He goes all the way through it, and he's like, hey, they can't hold this thing much longer. You can see how even them, it's starting to get close. So he has Sue create a damn tunnel all the way to the control box, and Cyclops shoots his eye beams through it, which stops the control box, so the machine will not blow up. The power station is saved. And the Badoon they actually get killed later. The rest of them do. Simple enough solution. Once I determined the operational characteristics of the matrix field core. You mean to tell me, Kitty, that you understand what Stretcho's saying? Of course, Mr. Grimm, don't you?
God.
Yeah. So
how you feeling now, Ben?
Yeah.
There's a 12-year-old girl way smarter than you.
Yeah. Stand away.
She has to be able to take apart the Blackbird and put it back together again.
Yeah. Blindfolded.
Yeah.
Stand away from me. I am the Imperion. I must not show weakness. So he's there. Everybody's happy. And then we discover that when the freaking Stargate exploded, Nightcrawler grabbed Wolverine and Shasta and teleported before. And he damn near killed him. But the Grand Vizier is going to save him. If it's humanly possible, I'll save him. Attend me.
Just explain one thing.
Yeah.
How does the Great White Mighty Hunter there tell everybody to stand back from him so they don't see weakness. He's got to stand on his own with 2 broken legs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they may not be broken now, but I don't know. Maybe he was just hurt real bad. And he's doing a little better. But so they heal, and then the passing of the dream. This is our final section. We see that all of the X-Men and the rest of the people are having a big party now that the Badoon have been defeated. Nightcrawler and Wolverine are both like trying to put moves on Shasta. Cyclops, which is, he's just like chilling out because Jean's not there. Mm-hmm. Reed and Sue are having a great time. Johnny's, flirting with everything. And Cyclops and the damn thing are freaking arm wrestling.
Let's not leave out the fact that Kurt is now wearing a dress.
It's a kilt. Damn it, it's a kilt.
Nightcrawler is trans. Sorry.
It comes with his new spider powers.
Oh, it must be. That story is good.
Hey, our damn it, you go get us blacklisted. Hey, are we here to arm wrestle or look at girls? Excuse me, sweetie. I know you're real pretty and all, but that kind of me and what's his face have got man's work to do. Pardon the thing's rudeness, miss. I will make him apologize directly. Good luck, Colossus. What? That voice? It can't be you.
Catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, what's funny is when he sees her, Ben just like, blank. I'm sorry I made you lose. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I don't really think the big lummox, he minds. Yeah. And now, see, this is where I don't get this. So we find out that Archon and Storm have this long relationship and they love each other. And she won't ask him to leave the she won't ask him to leave his planet, and he won't ask her to leave the X-Men. So there's just like unrequited love. And, by choice, I won't ask you. And then, lo and behold, because I thought it was something they just made up, but it's here. Her thoughts drift back across the years to a dry, dusty African plain, to a girl and a boy, Ren Rider and Prince T'Challa of Wakanda, and the love they shared for a fleeting moment. Duty took him away from her as it does Archon, and then now she would not follow. So it almost makes me want to go back and find their first meeting, because I'm like, they stuck them together way back then, and then they get married in the future. I was like, really? I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's so many comics, you can't remember them all. The end. I thought it was a great comic. Art was good. Story was really good. It's what an old comic should be. And it's from my probably favorite time period to read Marvel. That, late 70s, mid 80s. Yeah. I mean, like, everything's in place. All the main characters are there. The power levels are set. A lot of it looks, I won't say looks the same, but they has that house style. The writing is great. It was I thought it was good.
And Marvel had its youngest editor-in-chief of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. It was almost, they weren't like DC, though. I think DC, when he worked for DC, he may have been breaking some child labor laws or something.
Yeah. Well, it's only a comic book. We just give him stuff to read. We don't actually pay him.
Damn it.
Oh, wait, that was me. Never mind.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, no, good issue.
My child labor law was when I just started skipping school to go right directly to the comic shop to stop working.
Jesus.
He goes, oh, how old are you again? 16. Damn, you look like you're 27. Look, I can't have you in here before 3:30 in the afternoon to do anything.
Yeah.
You're going to get me in trouble.
Get you in trouble. But all right.
So what you thinking of?
I know you've talked about it a couple times. You said you wanted to read it in the past. It's 2 issues. It's a 2-part story. I'm thinking we do Conan the Barbarian 15 and 16. Conan meets Elric.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever read it?
No. I tried to get like high mid to you know, somewhere between a 7 and a 9 or 8.5 copy of both those issues. Because I just, I'd read them. I'd actually read them, and then I would get them pressed and cleaned and encapsulated and tuned. And
Well, I know it's something you've been talking about you wanted to read. I've read them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I may have told you this. You know I've got a complete Conan run, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the color. Yeah. Most of the black and white stuff. But that is in both of one of our favorite artists too, Barry Windsor Smith.
Oh, yeah.
With Roy Thomas writing.
Roy the boy.
So, yeah, we'll do that next Thursday. But
sounds good to me.
2 issues.
and now I have to wait for you to send them to me because I damn well don't have those.
Well, I'll try and get it today.
Although, now I want to kick myself in the ass. There's, you own stuff, but nothing clicks. Like the fact that when Dark Horse got Conan, they reprinted all the volumes in trade of the Conan. So I actually do have it somewhere.
What's funny though is
I feel so stupid.
Is Titan is now reprinting them again. Again.
I'm missing one of them. So if they reprint them the same way, like the same issues and the volumes, I'll have to buy a Titan volume. And I think there's like one of the numbers I'm missing because at the time that this happened, Dark Horse was reprinting the full Marvel Conans.
Yeah.
The colors. And they were also reprinting the original Star Wars run. So I was buying both of those. The problem is every time they shipped, they would ship like in the same week.
Oh my God. So you had
so it was, it was like my $90 to $100 a week habit went to $150 to $200 a week. And then I never looked back. Now I'm like, F it. But then I am like in such FOMO mode that I couldn't miss anything. I was buying, if there was a copy of something left on the shelf that either somebody put back because they didn't want that issue, or that he had, 1 or 2 extra laying on the shelf, I would just grab them. I'd just make sure to grab like one of everything.
Damn it. Yeah.
My problem was I used to order food at McDonald's that same way. That's how I got here.
One of everything.
Yeah, one of everything.
Yeah.
Especially the McDLTs. Now you know how old I really am.
Holy Jesus. Dude, that was a good ass hamburger though.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll get them over to you, and then next Thursday
we'll be back again. But I'm bump. I know I got glasses down here and not on my face, so I'm trying to figure out where the button was. There it is.
Oh my God. We are getting old.
Yep. I mean, just whistling Dixie, Doc.